Ever heard of a chapter in a holy book being called a bride? It's this beautiful, kind of startling title, right? But deep in the Quran, the 55th chapter is so admired for its sheer beauty and grace that it's earned that exact name. Today, we're going to explore why Surah Ar-Rahman is known as the bride of the Quran.
So, what's the deal with this incredible nickname? I mean, what makes this one chapter so special, so decorated, that it stands out like this? To figure that out, we're going to dive in and break down its message, its totally unique poetic style, and the powerful impact it has on anyone who hears it. Just for a second, think about what a bride represents. Pretty much everywhere, it means incredible beauty, deep joy, a huge, celebrated moment. Well, that's exactly the kind of special status this surah holds. It's not just another chapter. It's really presented as a masterpiece, something to be admired and treasured. And the beauty here, it's just so multi-layered. It's not just about what the words mean, but the way they're put together. The rhythm is so powerful, so distinct, it honestly flows like a poem. It's almost like it's designed to skip your brain and go straight to your heart, filling you with this sense of peace and wonder, a lot like the feeling a bride brings to her wedding day. Okay, so at its core, this surah is really this breathtaking list of God's blessings. Its name, Ar-Rahman, means the most gracious. And the whole chapter is basically a grand catalog of all the favors he's given us, starting from the most profound and moving right down to the things we can touch and see. And get this, the list doesn't start with money or gold. It starts with the three pillars of our entire existence. First, guidance, the Quran itself. Second, the absolute miracle that we even exist. And third, the incredible gift of language and reason that lets us talk, learn, and connect with each other and with God. Then, the surah just zooms way out, painting this picture of a grand cosmic dance. The sun and the moon, the stars, even the trees on earth. Everything is shown as moving in this perfect, silent harmony, all following a divine plan. It's just a stunning reminder of the complex, hidden order that runs our entire universe.
And this idea of balance, it's a huge theme here, absolutely central. It's not just talking about the laws of physics keeping planets in orbit. It's presented as a moral compass for us. The surah is basically telling us that just like the universe is built on justice and balance, our lives and societies should be too. And just like that, from the cosmic scale, the list of blessings comes right back down to Earth, to the very ground we walk on. It reminds us of all the food the planet gives us, fruits, dates, grains, fragrant plants. The earth itself is framed as this treasure chest of divine gifts, all laid out for us. Okay, now we get to the part that is just the heart of the surah, its most iconic, unforgettable feature. After this incredible tour of God's blessings, the chapter asks a question, a powerful, penetrating question that gets repeated over and over. And interestingly enough, it's a question aimed at two different worlds. This is the haunting refrain of Surah Ar-Rahman. This one question rings out 31 times, like a chorus, making you stop and think after each and every blessing is mentioned. It's a direct, piercing challenge to just taking things for granted. And you know what? That tiny little word, both, is everything. The question is aimed right at two different creations that have free will, us humans and the jinn, which are unseen beings created from fire. And the story of how they each reacted when they first heard this question, well, it's a powerful lesson all by itself. So there's this fascinating account in the classic Quran commentaries. When the Prophet Muhammad recited the surah to his human companions, they just listened in total silence, completely in awe. But later, when he recited it to a group of jinn, they instinctively answered back after every single refrain with this heartfelt declaration of thanks. The response was seen as better because it was active and immediate, a spontaneous explosion of gratitude. It teaches us that the best way to hear these verses isn't just to listen passively, but to actually participate in a conversation with the divine. But hold on, just as you're settling into this beautiful, rhythmic meditation on mercy, the whole tone shifts dramatically. It pivots from these gentle reminders of grace to this awesome, terrifying picture of the Day of Judgment. The focus snaps from mercy to absolute majesty and power. I mean, this verse is a total gut punch, right? It's this powerful, sobering reminder that everything we see, everything we build, everything we are, it's all temporary. The only thing that lasts forever, the only eternal reality, is God. And with that thought, the surah turns to the inevitable consequence, the day of reckoning. And then the surah just paints this terrifying picture of the end of time.
The sky, our constant symbol of stability, will be ripped apart, its color melting and changing like scorched oil. It's a vision of total cosmic chaos, a final, complete unraveling of the reality we all just take for granted.
And for those who denied all those blessings, who just ignored the warnings, the consequences are described with this chilling clarity. On that day, there's no need for a long trial. Their sins are literally written on their faces. They're seized quickly, totally, and humblingly, and led to the very fire they spent their lives saying didn't exist.
But after the terror comes the hope. Just as vividly as it describes the punishment, the surah flips to the reward for those who lived with an awareness of God. After all the chaos of judgment comes the beautiful resolution, these intricate, stunning descriptions of paradise.
And the cool thing is, it doesn't just describe one paradise. It gives us a peek into this multi-tiered system of reward. You've got the highest levels for those who are closest to God, with these amazing gardens, flowing springs, and every fruit imaginable. And then just below them are other gardens, super lush and green, with their own unique features. This isn't just pretty scenery. It's this powerful message that what we do here, our gratitude, our good deeds, has a direct and detailed impact on our reward forever.
And so the surah comes full circle, ending on this final, powerful note of praise. By coming back to that same title, owner of majesty and honor, it beautifully reminds us that the God of endless mercy and beauty is also the God of absolute justice and power. It's an awe-inspiring, profound message, and it just becomes perfectly crystal clear why this stunning chapter is so beloved, so revered, that it is known as the Bride of the Quran.